Now we are in Chattanooga, Tennessee. There's a lot of things that are gonna get done here, but namely we're gonna start a Revelation seminar with our good friend, David Machado. So I'll keep you posted about what's happening, and it should be really good. Where we're staying is really incredible. The room that I'm in right now, like, the outlook, man, it's just, this is nice.
One time I was in a series and a cat fell from the balcony onto the platform. And one time was preaching and the sound system blew up while I was preaching. So you learn to expect everything when you're coming to do an evangelistic series, but nothing ever like this. I start off the devil who deceived them. Boom, all right. All right, friends, so let's go ahead and bow our heads for another word of prayer. Let's ask God's blessing to be with us.
We're off to go see, I don't even know where we're going.
It is written.
It is written. What is written?
Headquarters.
What was written though? Anyways, we are headed to It Is Written right now. Should be pretty fun. Though my friends are mean to me, I still love them. Love your enemies. That's what is written.
Laura's his enemy.
No, Laura.
Jared is his enemy.
No, I did not. Why would you say it like
That's
that?
what you're saying.
What are you saying?
Yeah, glad you guys are here. This is the trophy case. They just pulled a few of them out of there. We won a lot of Telly Awards. Obviously, we film our programs not for that, but it's nice to have it be recognized in the industry of the quality of work that's done. This is our worship room. So we begin most of our work days in here. You know, it's like, this is a privilege. It's a privilege. They're paying us. They're paying us. And you're working in a place where you're all on the same mission of winning souls for the kingdom. And each of us have our little piece. So you'll see that as we go through, that it's like, a lot of times people think of It Is Written and they might think of Pastor Bradshaw or Eric Flickinger and whatever, and they are wonderful and we hold up their hands, but they couldn't do what they do without this whole team. So it's definitely a team effort, and they'd be the first to tell you that, and you'll kind of see that as we go through the building. It's really, really amazing. So
our tour of this facility was really cool. We met a lot of amazing people, saw the different departments and what they do and what they're working on, things coming in the future. And I was struck by a lot of different things, but the main thing being, you know, me and Laura, we're doing our own ministry. We're kind of growing. We're trying to figure out what we want to do and kind of stuff. And it's interesting to look into the future, if you will, with another ministry saying, you know, this is something we can aspire to. Maybe not on the grandest scale, or maybe even bigger. You have no idea. It's really up to the Lord, of course. But I was really struck with the fact that this facility and everyone that works in it is mission-minded. I mean, worship every single day of work, at least an hour in the morning before they get to their daily tasks and stuff. Like, that's the type of environment that I would want to work in, and I want others to work in. And it'd be so beneficial to keep each other in that tight-knit community. So our time here was amazing. We learned a lot of really cool stuff. Of course, our tour guide is someone we know from Minnesota, so it was friendly and it was just so awesome. But it was just really cool to see this place, because I've gone through their Bible studies that they had with others and stuff. So to see where it all comes from and meet the people behind the scenes was awesome.
So this is actually being filmed right now. You can see the teleprompter going. That's Lexi.
85-48. Take one in 3, 2. A 50-year-old man who had a triple heart bypass said to me, "It's a wake-up call for me, a real kick in the pants. I did this to myself. I'm going to do things differently from now on."
But we did find ourselves coming to the end of this tour and going over to do something that we've never done before. We're going to go look at horses playing some game on some field somewhere. So,
Well, friends, the first time I don't bring my camera gear with me, and all I brought is one camera with a wide angle. We actually do something fun, like go see a polo match.
Never seen a polo match before.
Never in my life. And the one time I could take good photos, don't have my stuff. Sad day. Explain polo to me.
I have no idea.
All right, there's horses, there's a goal,
horses, they have a
there's points.
They hit something.
That's it, that's all we got.
Right down here in front of the table next to the Dunkin' Donuts box, so come on down and grab one of those sheets if you like.
I don't get it.
Okay, so there's horses. I can see that.
They run.
There's people.
It's so cool.
They've run into.
5 minutes into polo. It's not too bad. It's basically hockey with horses.
All right, so we're going to get a reaching call here.
I dig
Reaching
it.
in front of Adam with the near side open back shot. Knocked down by the right side. And now pick up a great back shot there from Will to set up Will. Will gets taken out though by Oren Hero. Next one to it here will be...
Okay, so polo's pretty cool. I didn't know that all the people in the crowd, they go out and they fix the field because, you know, the horses, when they trot in the yard, I guess, it's not so good. So they push it all back down so it's like an even playing field. So that's pretty cool. Am I doing nothing? I did nothing. That's right. I'm learning.
Why are you here?
Oh, Laura wrote me into recording a song with some nature, so we're trying in our high-class studio. That's right. It's not a living room at all. That was a terrible first note. We gotta redo that. It's all good though. At least we got it worked out. Well, friends, we're in Nashville, Tennessee, and there is a place called the Parthenon. Parthenon, yeah, and that's where we're at right now. It's this big building next to me that's in the shadows because it's so bright out here today. And we wanted to stop by and look at this because we've been reading, and there is a letter written about this place and written about the city of Nashville, and it's kind of interesting. So we want to stop by and kind of take a look at it. This place is actually really big. This is the front of the building, so it looks pretty cool. It does look very Greek. Apparently this is like a 1-to-1 scale too, so this is the right proportions of what the buildings would have looked like. Yeah, let's use the big stairs. Look how big the stairs.
Well, in ancient Greece, people were probably bigger, so
Okay.
these were normal steps.
Little steps.
Sure. They made some for us.
All right, I'm gonna slow things down a little bit and explain what's going on here because this is gonna go by real fast. But the Parthenon is actually one piece of multiple buildings that were built for this exposition that happened in the late 1800s. And what they did is they were building these things to have people come and visit. It was this giant tourist attraction, and they built all these different buildings for different reasons. Some for history, some for medical stuff, some for war memorials, some for women's rights, and of course, at the center of it all was this building called the Parthenon. Now, interesting enough, the picture that I'm showing you here, I want you to focus on the very last sentence that goes on here, but it talks about how Tennessee, especially Nashville, was typically known as the Athens of the South, so that's already very interesting. But then it goes on to say this last sentence, it says, Nashville chose the Parthenon to represent its self-image as a center of learning and democracy, much like ancient Athens. And I find that incredibly interesting because Nashville has chosen a foreign god to be their own self-image, completely rejecting the God of the Bible that this country claims to be founded upon. And even in the late 1800s here, coming up into the 1900s, we have decided to go after foreign gods. You can see this golden idol here, the statue of this woman holding an angel, which is very interesting, standing right next to a serpent. It's just, there's so many signs that you would see, like this is biblical stuff, this is prophetic things happening, and it's right in front of our face, and it's just so interesting. I never thought in a million years that America would have something like this. And they say that it's just a guise, this is art, you know, it's installation, but when the city itself chooses this image to be its self-image, that says a lot about who we are as a people and how far we have fallen from the Lord. Well, good morning. I get to listen to the wonderful sounds of vocal warm-ups every day of my life, friends. You guys don't know the struggle. Well, if I didn't tell you, me and Laura are at 3ABN and we're getting ready to go do an interview, and Laura's gonna sing like 12 songs or something for the Praise Him series. I think so. I'm so uninformed, it's ridiculous. Here we are again. 3ABN.
How do you feel about this, Ernie?
This is my favorite part.
Yeah.
I wait all year for this day.
Oh, he really doesn't like this part.
It has to be done. It's a necessity. Yay.
The time has come. Season 2 premiere. First episode, we've got Laura Williams and her husband, Ernie Hernandez, with us in the house. Don't go anywhere.
All right, we finished up our interview. Off to lunch with Laura and Ryan Day. About to go have some Hispanic Mexican food. That sounds a little redundant. Hispanic Mexican? What is wrong with me? You gonna have Southern American food? It's very interesting. We have just finished up in Tennessee. I'm currently standing in Michigan right now. We had 20 decisions for baptism. Me and Laura traveled over to 3ABN, as you guys saw. It went really well. Couldn't film too much more of that because obviously that's the filming for 3ABN, so I don't want to like steal their footage and anything, but you can definitely check that out. The interview that me and Laura did will be airing, I think, January, so beginning of the new year. I don't know when, maybe I'll let you guys know. And then immediately after this, we did a concert at the Village Church, which is a huge church, by the way, in Michigan. And then our roommates were actually missionaries from AFM, which is Adventist Frontier Missions. And we had a long conversation with them right after the concert. But the concert had something really incredible happen. Laura asked them to sing, and this just sounds so good, friends. I had to share this.
Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
See, so good. Even the baby was singing in the background. And the audio doesn't compare, like the phone audio compared to what it sounded like in person. It was quite incredible. But we left there, we left from Michigan and we drove over here to Minnesota. It was a very long drive, but now we're gonna start another Revelation seminar in Dodge Center. And actually tonight, we're gonna have the same concert that we had in Michigan. We're gonna have that concert in Rochester and then start the Revelation seminar Friday. And with the rest of our time here, I'm going to try to finish out the DVD. There's a lot of moving parts to it, but I sent out the first draft, the very first episode, to some friends of mine and some family, and they really gave me some really good feedback on it. So very exciting, but it's gonna take me a little time. So that's what we'll be doing throughout the week. I'll be filming that, editing it, trying to get it done, and then of course the evenings we can do the meeting. So keep us in prayer. We definitely need your help. This video is very interesting. We went through a lot of things over the last month, but at least it gave you something. So I don't know what to say about the next one, but the next one we should be back home and maybe we can go from there. I don't know. Anyways, I miss you guys. It's been good. See you guys in the next video, hopefully. And just trying to work, guys. But of course, what do we hear in the background? Vocal ups. Bye.
That's okay, we're practicing.